Creating excess cash flow faster. Free video training number one. I just want to share with you how to create or generate excess cash flow, just like the top CEOs and the richest people in the world they're actually doing, and to just free up their time. And why they create or generate excess cash flow to meet their needs. Just imagine yourself not working hard day in, day out, every week, every month, every year of your life, just to meet your needs, just to hand the income, just to barely pay your bills. Why? I can show you. I'm just gonna share with you how the top CEOs and the richest people in the world they are managing to generate, even using other people's money, other people's time, other people's skill to create excess cash flow for themselves and to even live a better life than those people that they're actually using their money and their skills even are actually getting. It's the strangest thing I've ever discovered in this life, that if you can discover, and I just want to share with you that it's gonna change your life forever. So I'm just gonna tell you, my name is Emmanuel Shidali. I study IT. And I studied in the United Kingdom, where I had my master's degree in computer science, and also had different professional qualification as a project manager, as a program manager, as a team manager, and use those skills to build up myself. I also published a book called Transformational Principles of Personal Success. I am the founder and the executive director at PVTG International and the creator of Business Builders Academy. I worked as an employee and as a consultant with different Fortune 500 organizations, both in the United Kingdom and in North America, Canada. I'm currently based in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where I currently operate my business. And over the years, I've tried to work on different multi-billion dollars projects, helping those organizations to build a business system, and I was able to gain a lot of experience and from there. And as time goes on, I've been trying so much that I really want to free up my time rather than spending most of my time, my days, to create an income to meet my living expenses, and even meet up with the due dates, for my bills. And I started to, you know, you know, build my business. Unfortunately, I failed because I never had enough time, the skills, the time, the knowledge to be able to cope with my employment and then building my business at the same time. And that led me to start to research, start to study hard, start to spend money on education, on seminars, and on reading a lot of books, and even interviewing successful people on how they are managing to create massive and a cash flow and even generate unlimited income for themselves. So I started to learn quite a lot of strategies and the secret and the principles that they are applying, and I started to get results. And I was so amazed on what I've found, and it's just so amazing what you can achieve with your life when you have the right skills and the right strategies, in place in your life. And I've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of thousands of money. I've even failed different times, and I've learned quite a lot of lessons that I would like to share with you. What I've learned over the years, that the top CEOs and the richest people are actually doing, the top strategies that they are actually following to create massive wealth for themselves and to generate excess cash flow to meet their needs. Why 80% of the world population are actually struggling hard, working hard to earn the income. So in this uh, first video training, I'm just gonna go through the strategies that you can use to create excess cash flow. I once was in a situation where I worried so much about paying my bills and my living expenses, and then all the quite of problems that comes, with such kind of worry, like, and being depressed, being being very very turn really little down. You don't know what you're really doing. So I don't know if you have that problem as well, to on just worrying on how you're gonna pay your bills and your living expenses, and the problem about taxes, just paying the taxes, and also the problem about inflation and economic situation that's we all face in this economy that we are in this 21st century. Maybe you have a problem about pay raise, you're not getting enough pay. Maybe you're currently looking out for a job. Maybe you are currently unemployed, or you're a little bit concerned about your job security, or you are currently underemployed, and or you might have a problem about being underpaid. Those are kind of problems that people face out there when it comes to meeting the needs, struggling hard and doing everything in their effort to make sure they have more than enough to meet their needs. Now, most people focus their attention on working hard to get the money, to get the income, and once they get the income, all they do is to put the money back into the service provider's pocket. They put the money back into entertainment. They put the money back into groceries. They put the money back into transportation. They put the money back to insurance, to the rent, paying their mortgages, and all those kind of things. It's just really, really hectic, to keep looking and living that kind of lifestyle every day, every year, to work hard to meet your ends needs. If you focus your attention on this part, I guarantee you never live that kind of life, a good life, because you will just be spending your time, your energy on just meeting your needs. And life is just more than that. And here is another way that the top CEOs, the richest people in the world, they're using to just create that massive income to meet their needs and to even generate unlimited wealth for themselves. And here comes the concept that says they focus the mind, the life on idea, on identifying idea. And it says this: idea is the beginning. They understand and they knows that idea is the beginning of all creation. That idea is the beginning of all creation. You can think of anything, any product or any services that you get everything start from an idea. I'm just gonna expatiate more in the second video training on how to develop the ideas. And for now, I'm just going to go through the top strategies, which are the foundation to creating that massive wealth rather than working hard to earn the income. So we're just going to go through the strategies in a minute, but before I go into that, I'm just going to share a powerful quote by Hal Nightingale, the author of the book The Strangest Thing in the World. Hal Nightingale has really influenced the life of most of the top rich people in the world today, even the top CEOs. And his book contains weird things about how you can achieve massive success for yourself. As I think it's a book that you can invest your time and money and to read and get a lot of ideas about what he has to say, the ideas he has to share with the world. So The number one strategy, the top strategies that the top CEOs and the richest people in the world they're actually following and doing is they focus their attention on discovering ideas that pays, brilliant ideas. Try to identify the opportunities that lies in an idea. It's trying to find ways to try to make the correct decision to invest on developing an idea to create an asset that it can sell from an idea. That's the top strategy. You might not really know, but that is what always goes on in their mind. They always find in any situation, in any, why some people are complaining about the economy, the strategy is to start to thinking about idea to make, to create excess cash flow. So they think, you know, in a positive way to find opportunities everywhere. So I'm just gonna share with you in the second video training on how you can discover the ideas. And the strategy number 2 is invest the time and money, the energy on developing that idea. And that's the strangest thing they can ever discover that will change and transform your life forever. Transform your life forever if you know how to invest your time and your money, your energy on ideas to develop the idea, to find the opportunity from the idea. So that's what they talk about. CEOs and the richest people in the world, that's what they're doing. They're investing their time, their money, and everything they have on developing the ideas to create valuable product from those ideas. And here is the number 3 strategy: they sell ideas. They knows how to sell the ideas to potential investors. They understand how to sell the ideas to the right employee, the right people that can help them to execute it, that can help them to bring the ideas into life, the opportunities that they've identified. They knows how to sell those things to other people that can help them. They understand that they cannot do that alone. So if you study the top CEOs, that's why they employ, that's why they put out the job advertisement, because they need somebody that has the skill to help them to execute the idea. And that's why they pay you and they make more money. Just a secret. That's a powerful secret. They also knows how to to sell the ideas to the customers, to project and to sell the features of the product and the services they have. They knows how to sell it to the customers. And that's one of those things that the top CEOs, that's one of the characteristics that has make them great, and to even earn unlimited cash, and to earn unlimited wealth. Someone like Steve Jobs, that's an people just love the way it brings out, it connects people emotionally with the Apple product. So they knows how to sell the ideas and the product to the customers, and this is how they generate the income. So to create a excess cash flow, I'm just gonna give you like 2 quick overview of the 2 different approaches. The approach to create a cash flow, that hard the hard approach, an easy approach. The hard approach, to work as an employee, you work hard for the wages, for the income, with the intention that you're just gonna make the money just enough for you to pay your bills, to make the ends meet. Just don't worry about just paying the bills. Just worry about paying the bills. So that's why they work hard. Whereas the CEOs, they work hard on creating valuable assets. To create valuable assets. And I'm gonna show you more on how to create valuable asset in the second video. Now for the employees, that sells the time and skills to get a cash flow. Whereas the CEOs and the richest people in the world to focus their time on selling the asset. After creating the asset, they sell it. Let's just quickly look at just a quick calculation on how these two we can generate cash flow using these two approaches. Number one, if you work as an employee, for example, let's just use this as an example, 40 hours, work 40 hours in a week and earn $15 per hour, then you're gonna make $600 per week. Okay, now let's look at the mindset of a CEO and the richest people, the way they create the assets. Remember, they focus on ideas and they develop the ideas to create valuable assets. And once they create the valuable asset, they sell it. They sell the asset. Let's say they have an asset, maybe a mobile phone, just for an example, and they sell 750 units per week, say per week, at $100 per unit. They're gonna earn, see, $75,000 per week. Amazing, amazing, amazing idea. This is amazing. They're not selling the time, they're not selling the skills. All what they just focus their attention on is creating that valuable asset. That's the key, that's their goal, and to sell the asset. So they can decide, once they create a valuable asset, they can decide to go on holiday, they can decide to be sleeping, and they can decide to employ an employee to help them to sell the asset and create this cash flow for them. Amazing. And unfortunately for the employees that are working hard, they work to develop the skills and they use the time and sell their skills to the CEOs and the richest, and help them to create the assets, help them to sell the assets. Whereas the CEOs, they hand the money from this place, the asset they create. Imagine, they just pay the employee on the bargain. You just go, they create this. Imagine if they have 3, 4, 5 products like that. Imagine how much wealth they're gonna earn just per week. They're just gonna further go into the returns they get as an employee selling their time and skills. In a month, they're gonna get $2,400. And for the CEOs, the richest people, selling their assets, they're gonna get $300, $300,000 per month. This month, and this is per month. Amazing. Now, let's see how much as a typical employee working 40 hours at $15 per hour is gonna earn in a year. All things being equal, you're gonna earn $28,000 per year. And the CEOs and the richest people selling their assets, they're gonna earn just about $4 million per year. Amazing. This is the path to creating that massive wealth. That is the secret to creating that massive wealth that you need to embrace, that you need to master and start to execute. Is pattern your mindset and your lifestyle to that approach and start to generate that kind of minds, that kind of cash flow to meet your needs, to start to free up your time and start to live the kind of life you want to live. So I'm just gonna elaborate more and discuss more in the second video on how to go about that. You know, I was once in that shoe where I thought that I do not have the idea. You might be thinking, I don't have the money. The money's not there. I need that job security so that I can hand that income to sustain myself to pay my bills. That's another challenges some people face. And some people fear the risk failure. The risk of failure. You know what? The top CEOs, the richest people in the world, they all face this problem as well, and they mastered on how to overcome all those issues. So in the second video training, I'm just gonna share with you how you can develop those ideas, and how you can identify different opportunities all around you, and even how to overcome all those obstacles that you might have. Maybe you don't have the drive, or you don't know how to do things. Maybe you might be thinking you don't have a good background. Maybe you lack that confidence. I'm just going to share with you how you can overcome all those uh, obstacles and barriers that can stopping you from handling that excess cash flow, and stop working hard to just pay your bills. It's good to work for an employer. It's good to work. I'm not saying it's not good to work, but if you want to generate that excess cash flow, if you want to really live your life, you're gonna have to embrace this approach of finding an idea and trying to identify different opportunities that are there for you to create valuable product and start to no no generate cash flow from those assets. That's just the best way to go about it. So till the second video, that's going to be released in a couple of days, and I just want to thank you for your time. And please, before you go, please do, if you have a question, you can just put it below the comment box, this video, and please leave a comment, share your thoughts, and leave your feedback is going to be appreciated. And thank you for your time today, and see you in the second video. Thank you.